often does someone ask you how you're doing and your response is, I'm fine? Well, my question for you is, are you really? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie. I'm Long Island's eating disorder specialist. I post on this channel 3 times a week all about eating disorders, body image issues, general mental health. If any of that interests you, please click the subscribe button down below. I also have an Instagram and a weekly blog, so if you're interested in checking either of those out, I will leave those links in the description below. So let's first start by acknowledging that there are different circumstances to a person asking you how you're doing. I do understand that at some moments of time, I'm fine or I'm good or whatever is appropriate when it's not necessarily true. You know, sometimes just in passing, or if your neighbor's like, oh, hey, like we're yelling from across the street, like, how are you doing? Just like, yeah, good, I'm okay, you know, I'm fine, whatever it is. But when a person is genuinely asking you, how are you doing? And you know who those people are, or those interactions, they're your family, your loved ones, your friends, all of those types of people. When they're asking, how are you doing? Or maybe your therapist is asking, I'm fine, really is not usually expressing that you are actually fine. I'm fine actually is loaded, and it's something that we need to be addressing, and it's something that you should try to avoid actually being a response to a person genuinely asking how you're doing. And we're going to get into why and all of that in a moment. So newsflash, I'm a therapist, so I'm often asking, how are you doing? It's one of the first things I ask in session. And if I hear I'm fine, first off, my therapist sirens are, just roaring. Roaring. I can't even say that. Roaring. So they're going off. And there's usually one of two reasons that a person is responding with I'm fine. One, it is a form of shutting down. Or it is just the easiest response because you feel that a person who's asking you that really doesn't care to hear what you actually have to say or what you are actually feeling. If I ask one of my clients, how are you doing? And they respond to me with, I'm fine, I give them this packet and I ask, which fine are you? And I'm going to show this to you right now. So, are you this fine? Read it upside down. I hope I can show this. Help me. I'm effed up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. Feeling I'm nothing to everyone. Or, oh, this actually has a word. I should have blanked it out. I'm effed up, isolated, neurotic, and exhausted. So, I give this packet over to my clients and I ask them, what are you? What fine are you? And I get one of two responses. One, I get a chuckle, and they know because I have this conversation all the time, and they know exactly where I'm going with it. Or two, the waterworks start because I'm fine. Like I said, it's loaded, and if you are, then that sparks tears, then that absolutely means that you are not fine. Sometimes I'm fine is a response, as I said, because it's just easier not to talk about it. It's easier to keep you in. But let me give you something that I hope that you take with you forever, that keeps you sick. Internalizing emotions and not letting it out and not addressing them formally, that is something that keeps you sick. It's kind of like that saying, and you may or may not have heard it, it's huge in the therapy world, is that, at least in eating disorders, secrets keep you sick. And anything that you're keeping inside of you can keep you sick, and it will keep you sick. So when you're saying I'm fine and shutting down all those emotions that you really need to talk about and get out, you are keeping yourself sick. So when a person asks you, how are you? Believe that they actually care, because they do. People don't just randomly ask, how are you, and actually wait for a response and all if they don't care. They do care what you have to say. They do care what you're feeling. If your therapist asks you, that is what their therapists are there for. I care. I care about what you have to say. Your family cares about what you have to say. Your friends care about what you have to say. Your boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, cares about what you have to say. I want you to challenge yourself. When you respond with I'm fine, check in with yourself. What does fine really mean to you? Usually there is something that pops up for you. And if not, there are things inside that you are putting down and you are not identifying. So look it up, look up different feeling words, see what describes you, see what describes your current state, and challenge yourself that the next time that you're surrounded with your loved ones or your therapist is asking, how are you doing? Eliminate fine from your vocabulary. That is not an appropriate term because it always is loaded. So what are you? What are you actually feeling? And if you are having a hard time, when I'm in session, I give a sheet listing a bunch of feelings words to actually be able to identify what you are feeling. Because sometimes it's really just almost so suppressed that you don't even know what you're feeling. So we need to look and kind of really just get down into it, figure out what you're feeling, figure out what that fine actually means for you. Next time that you're asked, how are you doing? Stop, pause, take a break, think about it. Think about how you're feeling and respond appropriately, not just with "I'm fine." If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below about what fine really means to you. You could click on my face over here to subscribe to my channel, and I wish you the belief that what you have to say matters on your journey to finding your state of balance, and I will see you in my next video.